Picture this. You're in a critical situation, you need life-saving medication, you rush to get it, you take it, but it does nothing, or worse, it makes you sicker. Why? Because it's a fake, a counterfeit, an invisible killer lurking in the shadows of our global supply chains, preying on the most vulnerable. This isn't a dystopian novel, my friends, this is happening right now, impacting millions and costing lives. The global spread of diseases, like the one we all remember so vividly, only amplified this crisis, forcing pharmaceutical companies into a desperate race for effective treatments. But the system was broken. It was complex, it was tedious, and it was a breeding ground for fraud. For years, established giants like IBM and Hyperledger have tried to tackle this beast with their own solutions. But what if I told you, they're being outranked, outmaneuvered? What if a relatively unsung hero in the blockchain space is not just catching up, but surpassing them in one of the most critical sectors imaginable, pharmaceutical tracking? Welcome back to the channel, crypto fanatics. I'm your host, and today, we're diving deep into a story that could redefine not just a sector, but the very perception of a cryptocurrency often dismissed as a sleeping giant. We're talking about VeChain, and an academic report that just dropped a bombshell stating unequivocally, VeChain is outranking IBM and Hyperledger in pharmaceutical tracking. Now let's unpack that. This isn't just some random blog post. This comes from a comprehensive academic report titled VeChain, a trusted and transparent blockchain-based ecosystem for drug development for Nagoya Protocol implementation. That's a mouthful, I know, but the implications are monumental. The report highlights a critical, often overlooked problem: the sheer scale of counterfeit drugs. This isn't small-time street peddling, we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar illicit industry. When the world faced its recent health crisis, the need for rapid, reliable drug development and distribution became paramount. But the existing framework, particularly something called the Nagoya Protocol, a UN initiative designed to standardize the legal use of genetic resources, proved cumbersome. It was designed to bring order, but ironically, it often added layers of complexity and opened new avenues for fraud. Think about it. Tracking a drug from the initial genetic resource through multiple manufacturing stages, distribution centers, all the way to your local pharmacy. Every step is a potential point of failure, a crack in the system where fakes can slip through. But then came the revelation in this report. The researchers, in their quest to address these systemic flaws and build VeChain, a truly transparent ecosystem for the drug development lifecycle, made a groundbreaking discovery. They concluded that the most effective approach to building trust and ensuring transparency was through decentralized, immutable, and transparent blockchain technology. And guess who they found leading the charge? VeChain, specifically VeChain's ToolChain platform. The report explicitly states that ToolChain uniquely integrates IoT-based tracking mechanisms for real-time verification and anti-counterfeiting, setting it apart from even industry titans. So, what does it mean to outrank IBM and Hyperledger in this context? These aren't small players. IBM has been pushing its blockchain solutions for years, particularly in enterprise. Hyperledger, an open-source collaborative project, boasts some of the biggest names in tech. Yet VeChain, a project many in the broader crypto space might still consider a niche player, is getting this kind of recognition. This creates a fascinating tension, doesn't it? The established giants versus the nimble, purpose-built blockchain. Let's dissect why VeChain is making such waves. It's not just buzz, it's about fundamental real-world utility. VeChain's recognition in the healthcare industry isn't new. We need to look back to 2017. The Shanghai Municipal Commission of Commerce, a major government body, highlighted Shanghai's success in achieving the highest standard of vaccine quality. And at that time, VeChain's traceability solution was the only blockchain project officially supported by the Shanghai government. Think about the implications of that. A major global city vetting and endorsing VeChain's tech for something as critical as vaccine quality. That's not a small feat. But it goes far beyond just pharma. This is where the true power of VeChain, their public blockchain, becomes evident. We're seeing its pervasive use across diverse sectors. Agriculture, ensuring the authenticity and origin of food products, combating food fraud. Imagine knowing exactly where your organic produce came from, or that your imported Wagyu beef is the real deal. Automobiles, tracking vehicle parts, managing maintenance records, ensuring supply chain integrity for complex manufacturing. BMW, for example, has explored using VeChain for its Verify car system. Luxury goods, proving authenticity and combating counterfeiting in high-value items, a notorious problem. Wine traceability, Yes, even your favorite bottle of wine can be verified on VeChain. We reported on a recent study confirming its contributions here, ensuring you're not getting a cheap knockoff when you think you're buying a vintage. These aren't just theoretical applications, folks. We're talking about over 40 enterprise use cases already operating on VeChain's infrastructure. This isn't a project chasing a hypothetical future. They are actively building and deploying in the present. And this is where the narrative around VeChain gets interesting. For too long, some have dismissed VET, its native token, as just another altcoin caught up in market hype. But when you look at the fundamentals, at the sheer depth of its real-world integration, at the academic validation and enterprise adoption, you realize something profound. As VeChain ambassador Sebastian rightly puts it, VET is not a hype coin. It has a robust infrastructure backed by researchers and, crucially, it's built for the future. It's designed to solve complex systemic problems that traditional databases and supply chain methods simply cannot. This is about establishing trust in a trustless world, securing supply chains, and preventing fraud on a global scale. This is about value, not just speculation. Now let's talk about what every single one of you is thinking, the price. What does all this fundamental strength mean for VET, the token that fuels this powerful ecosystem? Currently, VET is trading around 2.1 cents. In the last 24 hours, it's seen a modest surge of 0.7%, and over the last 7 days, a more significant 7.8% gain. These might seem like small numbers in the volatile world of crypto, but when you zoom out and consider the foundational work being laid, the picture changes dramatically. So, we've been highlighting in our previous videos that VET has the potential for a massive run. Our analysis suggests that if VET can strongly hold above the 2-cent level, which it is currently doing, we could see a near-term move to 10 cents. That's a 5 times gain from here, just to hit that initial target based on technical indicators and market structure. But let's think bigger. Analyst Egra Crypto, whose insights we've discussed before, has even bolder predictions. Based on his Elliott wave structure analysis, he believes VET has the potential to hit $1. Let that sink in for a moment. From 2 cents to $1. That's a 50 times return. And while no prediction is guaranteed in crypto, when you couple strong technical analysis with groundbreaking fundamental developments like the one we just discussed, outranking IBM and Hyperledger in critical real-world applications, it starts to look less like fantasy and more like a very real possibility. And if you need more validation that serious players are paying attention, consider this. UFC President Dana White, a man known for his sharp business acumen and willingness to take calculated risks, is reported to have invested around $1 million into VET. That's not just a casual investment, that's a significant stake from someone who understands value and future growth. When someone of his caliber puts that kind of money into a project, it's a strong signal. The silent war against counterfeit goods, against inefficient supply chains, against a lack of trust in critical industries, is being won on the blockchain. And VeChain, with its proven technology, growing adoption, and now academic validation against the biggest names in the business, is positioned to be a dominant force. This isn't just about making a profit, it's about investing in a technology that is making a tangible positive impact on the world. So the question isn't if blockchain will transform these industries, but which blockchain will lead the charge. And right now, the evidence strongly suggests VeChain is making a very compelling case to be that leader. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and remember, the future is decentralized. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the crypto markets. Let me know your thoughts on VeChain in the comments below. Do you think VET can hit $1? I want to hear from you.